So, dear Professor Bourdara, let me first thank you on behalf of the editorial board of Herald of Legal History for kindly accepting the invitation to this interview. I have to thank you on my behalf as well for doing me an honor to talk with you on various topics that I'm sure that our readers and listeners will find useful. As a professor emerita, you have achieved the highest of heights, of the academic heights, but let us start from the very beginning. It was a long journey studying in 3 different countries. Since you were born in Athens, could you tell us what was it like growing up and studying in the cradle of the Western civilization?
First of all, I would like to thank you because you have invited me to speak here with you for your periodical and to the students and everybody who will hear or read all these things that we shall speak about. And I'm very fond of your country. I'm very fond of your city, Belgrade. I have visited the city sometimes, and so I always come back and I like it more and more. Now, for your first question, yes, I had the chance to study in 3 different countries, in Athens, of course, in my country, in the Law School of Athens. Then I had postgraduate studies in France, in Paris, where I had postgraduate studies in law and in history. And then I continued to Washington, D.C., to Dumbarton Oak Center, where I had a work of research on the dissertation I had. I studied in Athens, first of all, law. In Athens, I must tell you that the studies were very good. And I can say that the feeling for me and for other students was that we were free. What do I mean we were free? We were free to choose what we wanted to study. We were free to choose what we should do in our life after our studies. I can tell you an example from my own life. My uncle, the brother of my mother, was a pharmacist. He had a big pharmacy in Athens. He had no children, and so he wanted me to study and become a pharmacist. I did not like it at all, I must confess it. I saw him all day long, being in his pharmacy, working all day long with drugs, with clients, and so on. I did not like it. I said, no, I cannot do this job. And what will you do? I chose what I liked to do. I wanted to become either a lawyer or a judge. So I said I shall go to the Faculty of Law. That it was, I was free. I chose freely what I wanted to do. And I knew that after that, I had the ways to do something else. That is, after my studies, I could choose again what I should do. Become a lawyer, become a judge, or something else, or even to become a civil servant. Everything was open. So that was what I had in my first years of studying in my country and in my city, Athens.
Thank you. And so it was a matter of free choice, of your free choice?
Yes.
Was there some crucial moment that made you choose to become a legal historian, to be exact?
It was very simple for me. I liked very much history. It was one of my favorite lessons in school. I studied very much history. I read many books on history. And on the other hand, I liked law. Between the two, I chose to study law. From the first year, when we had the lesson of legal history, that is Roman law, Byzantine and post-Byzantine law, and ancient Greek law, I said, I am here. I choose these because they combine my two loves, history and law. This was a crucial point.
And after so much experience you had teaching students, I have to ask you this. How do you recognize students who are eager to learn about legal history? Some law students have a hard time understanding the purpose of learning legal history. So, what good will it bring them in various possible careers or in their lives in general?
First of all, I can tell you that it's very difficult to recognize who are eager to learn about legal history or not, because there are some students who from the first lessons come and say, yes, we like this object and we want this subject and we want to continue, and please give to us bibliography and so on. But there are not many. We must teach the students and tell them, if they are specialized in legal history, what they can do afterwards. Because it's a matter of what they will do, what their work will be. First of all, they can become good lawyers, because if they know legal history, they know the basis of law. In our countries, in the southeastern countries, there are many cases, even today, that go to the courts, and they have a special background, because there are cases from some works that were done many years ago, even many centuries. There were other laws. There was Ottoman law, there was local law, Greek, Serbian. In Greece, there was a Byzantine law during the many centuries. And so they go back to the courts, and they need to have lawyers who know legal history and can find the case and make the case. So, as lawyers and some judges can be legal historians. Then there are many think tanks where legal historians can work very well. They can also become civil servants. If they know the roots of the law, they can serve better and they can understand many things in real life better. And of course, they can do politics. I must confess this, that many times I am furious, I'm very angry when I see that there are plans from some powers who do not know not the law, the roots, the history, the institutions of the people. And they plan for their sake without knowing how is this society, how it is built, what are the roots of this society, what were their institutions. All people have not the same institutions. There is a historical background, there are the purposes and other things that are in a special country, in special peoples. And so those who have the fates of peoples in their hands must know all this, must know the history of the institutions, especially of public law of institutions. They must know it, and after that, they can plan and they can collaborate, because if they don't collaborate with the local people, the local persons, the local authorities, they will not have a good chance and good decisions. So they make legal historians can work on many, many fields.